Here we go again, another Blackmagic fanboy talking about some Blackmagic news. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another niche focused video, and today, of course, we are talking all about the new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. If you're looking at the title of this video and you're thinking, WTF, Michael? Aren't you like in love with Blackmagic? Wait, didn't I just see you a couple hours ago? A few hours after the camera was available, you ordered it? Yes, I did. I want this video to basically clear up who should buy this camera and who definitely 100% should not. Now, the nice thing about this camera is we pretty much can take what we learned from history's past of people who bought and either loved or hated the Blackmagic Pocket 4K, and even before that, really any other Blackmagic camera, excluding the Ursas. Those ones were pretty clear definition of who was buying those. But the original Blackmagic production camera, the production 4K, and the Pocket Cinema Camera, the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and now the Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. Blackmagic, you gotta change the names to be shorter here. Earlier tonight on Twitter, I responded to a tweet that I saw with Valentina V, shout out from Aperture. And I responded a couple times, and it really kind of put in perspective to me who this camera really is for. First, I'm going to present you with the really easy part, which is the single question, or basically the two types of people that exist when it comes to camera buyers. And this will instantly tell you if you should buy this camera or not. You are either in group A, which is the image quality matters more than everything else, or B, ease of use is incredibly important to me with things like autofocus. Now let's break those down a little bit more. Group A, care about image over everything. What that means is you do not care about, it doesn't matter what rig you have to lug around, whether it's a giant gimbal with a steady rig or camera cages or V-mount battery packs compared to the small, nice, ones that go inside the camera, extra audio equipment, lighting equipment. It does not matter to you how much your body has to go through in order to create the image, the very best image possible. And cue dog leash to ruin audio. Now, group B is usually the vlogger or just creator who wants ease of use. This is, and it's not like a bad thing. It's not necessarily that they are lazy. It's literally just they want to get the shot. I've learned over the years that you have people like me, if you can't tell, I'm in category A, obviously, that I'd rather get 5 shots that are lit the way I want, composed the way I want, and I'll do multiple takes, and then walk away with 5 shots that I am happy with. And then you have other people who'd rather have an abundance of shots. That way they have a lot more options to choose from. Now, I've learned over the years that a blend of the two is where like the perfect filmmaker kind of resides, because you need a lot of footage, because no one in the editing suite has ever said, oh no, I have too much footage. But also, you want to make sure your highlights aren't blown out or anything like that. So definitely a blend is great. But if you are in category B there, you care about autofocus. You want to be able to quickly grab the camera and go. You don't need a bunch of accessories. You want it small so it can fit in a single bag or around your neck. You want the battery life to be great. All that stuff, this camera is not for you. And what I told Valentina basically is that I understand why people get upset at it, because it looks and is kind of marketed towards group B. It looks like a mirrorless camera or DSLR. It's about the same size. It's about the same price points, but it's really deceiving because, as people have learned, you need a ton of accessories to really get this thing to live up to its full potential. On the other end of the spectrum, I completely disagree with people that say you have to spend, twice the amount just to get it running, because that's definitely not true. This thing with a basic camera cage, which is going to run you about like 70 to 80 bucks, a V-mount battery you can get for about $100, an adapter depending on lenses that you need, and like a T5 SSD, that's another $100 for a 500 gig. What is that, like $300 if that, and you're going. So the nice thing about this cinema camera is that it is a entry level into the mindset of cinema cameras, because this is basically a really mini Red or Ari style, in the sense that it is, think about it like the Red and the Aria, where you buy a brain that is the sensor, that is the main housing of the camera, and then you build it out from there. But the beautiful thing about this compared to those cameras is the accessories range. They can be super cheap to very expensive, but you can really build it out over time. So now this Pocket 6K just opened up and obliterated the market even more, because now for 2,500 bucks you can get a 6K Super 35 sensor with an EF mount. After hearing about all this, and you're like, yeah, I don't mind carrying around, a little extra weight or having to adapt or accessorize things a little bit if the shot's going to be a lot better. Yes, the shot from this camera is going to be better than any camera out there for, I'm going to say, under 5K. And even at that 5,000 to 7,000 price point, it's going to give anything a run for its money. Hell, I've seen this camera give RE minis run for its money. Now, quick disclaimer, when it comes to that, I always resort to the saying that an iPhone in Roger Deakins' hands is way more powerful than a Red in mine. If you don't know who Roger Deakins is, I'm ashamed, and clearly you didn't enjoy Blade Runner enough. And what it really means is, at the end of the day, it comes down to the filmmaker that is holding the camera. There are people who film with like a Canon 80D who blow my stuff completely out of the water. Or I've seen people who buy Reds who don't even know what ISO is, and so their stuff looks like crap because they don't know how to compose an image, they don't know about set design, they don't know about color grading. So at the end of the day, yes, it matters what you are shooting and how you shoot it, depending on how the look of this camera is. But if you gave the Pocket 6K to a professional DP who knows what they're doing, and then you gave the footage to a editor and a colorist who know what they are doing, you can compare this footage to any other camera out there, and it's not even going to come close in terms of what you can do with the footage. Because yeah, the GH5S has like a 6K in 24 FPS, I believe, that you can shoot. But again, that's 8 or 10 bit, not raw, just H.264, H.265 maybe. So it's a very nice codec. You get very nice footage again, but you can push raw so much further that it's just a no-brainer. All right, I'm going to end this rant, guys. Hopefully by the end of this, you realize which group you are in. And again, there's nothing wrong with either group. They're just two completely different styles of shooters. But if you are in that group B, I really don't think you are going to like this camera. Again, there's no continuous autofocus. But if you're in that group A, absolutely, there is no higher recommendation, at least in my opinion, than either the Pocket 4K for 1,300 bucks or now the Pocket 6K for 2,500 bucks. Adorama had them in stock. It says next day air. I'm really hoping to get it in the next couple of days here. And yeah, so leave a comment down below. What do you want to see? Obviously, I'm thinking about doing a 6K versus Pocket 4K. I am curious to check out the low light differences because the 6K should have a slightly better noise profile, as well as keep the highlights a little bit better. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see with the Pocket 6K down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.